Good morning, my name is Julie, and today Instagram is choosing what I do today. Look, there's nothing I love more than doing an Instagram poll or having my friends and family choose what I do. I don't love making decisions that don't really matter. I am currently in the transition period in between college and starting my new job. I have absolutely nothing to do today, so I am having you all pick what I do. If you don't follow me on Instagram, that's where I am the most active, and I am posting polls all the time, whether it's like this or just a regular poll, getting your opinion. So last night I asked you all what my workout should be, whether I should be doing aerobics or if I should do weights, and you all picked weights. So I did a quick, non-structured leg workout. I haven't done weights in a bit, so I was just taking it easy on myself. This was a nice change of pace because let me tell you, I hate running. Then I asked if my breakfast should be sweet or savory, and honestly, I didn't have a lot of options in my pantry, but you all picked sweet. So I made a peanut butter and jelly tortilla because I know that I'm going to be eating more tonight. So that was my morning. I got all ready, took a shower. So now I am going to get dressed and get on with my day. Of course, this is a book count, so I had to ask you all what book I'm going to read today, and I gave you two options. The first option is Dark Rise by C.S. Pacat. This is a book that I have out from the library right now. It's a YA historical fantasy that takes place in 1800s London, and we have a prophesized hero and a evil king who's coming back to the real world with his magic. So this is for my 12 Friends, 12 Books in 12 Months challenge, which I am exactly on track for. This will be my 6th. The other choice was The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. Ashley Winstead wrote my favorite book of last year, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, so I pre-ordered this copy from her local bookstore, and it was signed and personalized. I was so happy with that, so this is on my 23 books in 2023 list, which I am more than on track. But this is about a woman who used to be in a sex cult and escaped, and another person who was in the cult actually died under suspicious circumstances recently, so she and a podcast host who's her friend are going to investigate. I have been dying to read this, but I've been putting it off, and I'm not sure. Versus this book, I don't know a whole lot about. But both of them are for challenges that I need. And you all have been tied on this. I think The Last Housewife is a little bit ahead, but right now it's a little bit too close to call what will win the ultimate poll, so I'm holding off a little bit. And then I asked you all what my outfit should be today. It's like 60s, 70s, so I picked out this china print bodysuit top with jeans, or this very simple, boxy t-shirt dress, also probably with a sweater when I go out. And you all picked the china top, so let's get changed. All right, so I did get dressed. I'm a little bit too short for you to see the whole fit, but this is the fit. Let's go. Then I asked you all what I should post on Instagram, and I asked if it's going to be a reel or a post. The reel I actually have planned. The post, which I think will win, I haven't actually planned what I'm going to do. And I haven't planned any of my Pride content at all, except I have made a comprehensive list of queer books that I like, and I haven't decided how I'm going to present it. Whether I'm going to do, I could do a comprehensive list or my favorites list, or both, and then I could do that as a video, or I could do it as a graphic post on Instagram. Either way, I don't know. So I'm probably going to do a poll on that as well. The only thing I have to do is run by Target. I might have y'all decide if I go to a cafe. Do I go get coffee or do I go get boba? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, so I do think that The Last Housewife has won the poll. Just wanted to show you the inscription she gave me. So very sweet. And also that this has content warning at the beginning, and I love that more books are doing this. It's definitely weird how empty my apartment is right now. But I do like the peace and quiet. So even while the birds are screaming their heads off, I'm going to start The Last Housewife. This is gonna be good. This is going to be good. Okay, so I updated my reading spreadsheet as you saw, and I also have read the first 25 pages of The Last Housewife. So what did I leave out of the synopsis? So there's Shay, our main character, who wants to be a writer, recently quit her job because her husband is very rich, but she has been struggling to write. And now one of her friends from when she was younger has started a true crime podcast that she's been following. But in this episode, he is talking about the death of her college roommate, which was ruled a suicide. But it is the exact same method of death as her other roommate in college, who died when they were seniors. So at this point, Shay has decided to go back to her college and try to figure out what she can. And we haven't had any mentions of the cult yet, but there have been little nods. So I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm already really loving the writing style. That was one of the things that I really loved about In My Dreams. So I'm thinking that this is going to be another hit, even though I'm only 25 pages in. Okay, so I asked you all if I should make my own drink at home and save money, or if I should go be cute and read at a cafe. And you all did say for me to save money, which thank you. I just spent a lot of money at the food fest yesterday. So I have a bunch of different juices, and I just decided I'm gonna make myself a little mocktail. So I've got orange juice, I've got some strawberry lemonade, which I kind of want to save because I love having Moscato in this mixed together. And then I've got some cranberry juice. So what am I gonna call this? It's like a sunrise almost. I don't know. Is a sunrise already? I'm sure it's already a drink, but I'm making something special. And that finished on my orange juice. Thank goodness, because I've got my little grocery trip coming up. I need a little bit more, and I can go and read out on my porch. Oh my god. I've taken a liking to cranberry juice recently. I didn't realize it was something that I would even like. But here we are. You know what? This color is very good. I like, let's see. I mean, that's yummy. Let's go. Alrighty, so I posted my reel. I went to Target and I had my lunch of this amazing quesadilla supreme from one of my favorite local food trucks that I got yesterday, just so I could have it for lunch today. Thank you, past me. But in the meantime, the poll for what book I should be reading has changed from The Last Housewife to Dark Rise. And I've read the first 50 pages of The Last Housewife now, and I'm thinking, do I start reading Dark Rise now? Because it's winning, but not by much. I don't know. But I'm gonna put up a couple more polls of how I should spend my evening, and then decide if I'm going to be editing a video or planning my vacation first. I am now going to be reading Dark Rise as it's winning, so I guess this person wrote fence? Had no idea. Okay. Love a good map. But we're gonna try first chapter of this and see if I'm liking it as much as The Last Housewife. Okay, that was the prologue. Well, right off the bat, it's queer. Love it. Did not get a lot of context for that situation, but there's a lot of emotions going on. I'm intrigued. All right, I've read the first 25-ish pages of Dark Rise, and It is a little bit like dropped in the middle of nowhere. We haven't gotten a lot of context yet. Our main character is Will, and he has just showed up to London in 1812. There is a group of people who it seems like he's about to get involved with who also might have killed his mother. I was more grounded in what was going on in The Last Housewife. Dark Rise is definitely like dropping you in without answers. The poll has still been vacillating between the two of them, so that's the one I'm leaning more towards, but I think I should give them equal chances. So think I'm going to lay down for a quick nap as you guys choose what I'll do with my evening.
2 hours later.
So I slept in quite a bit. So I guess we're staying up late tonight. So I am going to get started on dinner because you all voted for me to make homemade pizza. There was a couple options for that. Like I was either going to make the flatbread in the picture or make actual pizza. Because I still have the ingredients, I'm gonna be making the pizza flatbread. And now it is within a vote of what book is winning. This is ridiculous. So I guess I'm reading 50 pages of each because y'all can't make up your mind either. That makes me feel good that you guys thought the decision was hard as well. So the dough for this is actually ridiculously easy to make. So the recipe makes 4, but I usually make 2. And today we're making just 1 loaf because I don't feel like having leftovers. So this is just 1 cup of flour. And then we're putting salt on one side and yeast on the other side. I am a little bit eyeballing this. And then we're going to add the water and mix this. It does say to use a mixer, but I don't know where my dough hook is, so I've just been doing it by hand. And this combines to a pretty easy texture to deal with. And then you add a little bit of olive oil and mess with that. And then it just sits for an hour. So, and then I just put cherry tomatoes and mozzarella on top and some like Italian seasoning. See, it comes together really quickly. It starts out pretty shaggy and then it becomes much easier to handle. So let me get this stuff off my fingers. See, now it's all in one piece. It's way easier. So this will just flatten out into one piece of flatbread, and this is just now a staple for me. Adding the olive oil. I eyeballed that. That was probably a little bit much, but you usually want to oil the proving bowl anyway. So this is wetter, but it's still staying together, which makes it a favorite dough of mine because it's way easier to deal with. Okay, now I'm going to cover this and come back to it in an hour. Again, this place looks so empty. Don't mind my moving box. But now, while I'm waiting for the bread to finish proving, I did get to page 50 of Dark Rise. I feel like I've got a little bit more of an idea of what's going on. There's this guy named Simon and these people called the Stewards, and they seem to be at odds. Simon's this really powerful benefactor in London. He seems to have a crew of his most trusted that we've followed a few of them. And Will, our main character, immediately gets kidnapped by Simon's people, held in the hold of a ship, imprisoned, and then when the stewards attack the cargo ship that he's on, and while that happens, an artifact that Simon stole is like unearthed. Chaos ensues, but Will happens to be the one who actually stops it from, killing everybody on the ship. Also seems to jump around between a lot of perspectives. Each per chapter, we've had Will, we've had Violet, whose brother is one of Simon's like most trusted people. We have Catherine, who's a teenager who is engaged to Simon, who seems to be like a 30-some-year-old man. The poll is still down to a vote. I don't know what to do at this point. Do I start my audiobook? I feel like I have to read more of one of these. But which is it gonna be? The dough has proved it is a little bit stickier than it was. There we go. Ooh, it's all nice and warm because I had it on top of the oven. And I'm literally just spreading this out. But I have all these tomato halves. These are just, are they cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes? Do I know the difference? Great question. I don't usually put that many on here, but I needed to use the rest of them. And then I've got this block of mozzarella. Mozzarella is one of my favorite things on this planet. If I could eat nothing but mozzarella for the rest of my life and not get like scurvy, I would. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going for vibes. The vibes are good. And I'm gonna put some rosemary on it. And some Italian seasoning. Maybe some salt. I don't know. Again, this is just vibes. And that's my favorite type of dinner. Just vibes. I am eating my beautiful pizza while I watch some D&D. Alrighty, I have made my rosé and strawberry lemonade. Seriously, changed my life. This is literally the tastiest thing ever. You voted for this over a screwdriver, and also I asked you if I should watch a show or play a video game before bed. If I'm watching a show, either I'll count my D&D show or I'll start the 4th season of Marvelous Miss Maisel. Am I on 3 or 4? And then if I'm playing a video game, I'll either play Breath of the Wild or Katamari. What do I read? I don't know. Dark Rise has 1 vote on The Last Housewife. So I'm gonna start reading that. Let's get back into this. Which I just found out the sequel is coming out later this year. So that's interesting.
All of this is interconnected, or maybe it's just the wildest coincidence of all time. But you know that if Tallulah has done something to, because you all can put 2 and 2 together and be like, oh, Sam had a talk with one of the beings that shaped reality, and then this Class A quest like expanded and broke the Legendarium. There is one person that you know studied Eidolons more than any other person, Titania Karkovnia.
This bitch.
So I have read 75 pages each of both of the books that I picked out because y'all couldn't pick and I couldn't pick. I'll probably just randomly choose one of these tomorrow to continue on with, but I had a lot of fun doing what you chose for me to do today, so thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to follow me anywhere, my link is in the description, including my Instagram, where you can participate in more videos like this in the future, and I have a ton of fun stuff coming out in this summer, so keep your eyes peeled. Again, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.